Now let's get to the 2024 election. That's just my opinion. That's all it is. Some top Democrats and donors want to replace Joe Biden as the Democrat nominee. This is something we've been talking about for some time. Here's the headline, and it's from CNN, of all people. The conversations keep happening. Quiet whispers on the sidelines of events, texts, emails, furtive phone calls as top Democrats and donors reach out to those seen as possible replacement presidential candidates, end quote. Todd Piro with me. Is there any question in your mind that the party, is extremely nervous about running with Joe Biden?
And for a series of reasons.
Right.
The answer is they are very nervous. First, obviously, the money. If Joe Biden is not out there campaigning, he is not actively making money. And whoever the Republican candidate is going to have a war chest behind them. Secondarily, this is the time where the incumbent, here the Democrat, should be taking advantage of the fact that the Republicans are beating themselves up, crushing each other on policy, on everything. They're not doing that. Joe Biden is missing a golden opportunity. But why are we even here, Stuart? The reason we are here is because Joe Biden himself, putting aside the fact that he's in his basement all the time and he won't campaign, is not an exciting nominee. The Democrats, by and large, if you look at the numbers, don't want him as their nominee. Put all that together, recipe for disasters for the Dem. They're realizing it now. We'll see if he's replaced.
What I want to know is the mechanism for getting the president out and the vice president out. What is the mechanism? Is it something like LBJ back in 1968, which of course you don't remember, but quietly the top Democrats were saying, you get out of the race here. Same with Richard Nixon in 1973. Top Republicans saying, you got to get out here.
Well, are you looking for a real procedural mechanism? Because I can't answer that. I can really answer how it's going to happen. The DNC, which ultimately picks who the Democrat nominee is going to be in all instances, is going to get behind in a smoke-filled room and decide this. If you think that's not how it works, I've got a bridge to sell you.
Yeah, I think you're right on that. Right. Climate czar John Kerry, he erupted after House Republicans mocked his private jet use. Roll tape.
I just don't agree with your facts, which began with the presentation of one of the most outrageously persistent lies that I hear, which is this private jet. We don't own a private jet. I don't own a private jet. I personally have never owned a private jet. And obviously, it's pretty stupid to talk about coming in a private jet from the State Department up here. Just honestly, if that's where you want to go there.
Okay, Todd, he doesn't own one, but he does use them, doesn't he?
And listen to the arrogance in that statement, thinking the people interviewing him or grilling him were born yesterday. One of those individuals was Corey Mills. We had him on my show earlier today, and he basically said, I couldn't believe the answers. These are lies. The arrogance of him to sit there and say, oh, no private jet for me, when his wife owned one. He said, I probably flew maybe once, possibly flew. You flew a bunch. We had the numbers to prove it. You basically tried to manipulate Congress. It's not going to work. We all know the deal. This isn't a Democrat-Republican issue, Stu. This is elites thinking they can get up in front of Congress and treat us like this. They better be careful because the Democrats are not billed. The people who vote, they're not elites. They see this behavior and it's sickening.